Good morning, friends. Today is Monday, October 7th. And so, one of the things that I do in the world, along with a number of my friends and clients and students, is I ground the disturbance of the earth. So, at the end of January 2020, end of January in 2020, I was asked to set up a world healing field, and it was difficult to deal with that much energy for me. I was used to working with smaller amounts of energy, and at first I was really challenged by it, and I told my guys that I didn't think I could do it, and they said that I could do it, which is what they always say when I feel like I can't do something. They go, "You can do it," and they said, "But we would suggest you just ask for some help from your friends and your students and your clients." And so I did, and I got a large response from them, saying they'd be happy to help me ground the disturbance of the world. And so for the past 4.5 years, we've been doing that. So then I was asked to create a YouTube channel so I could do healing sessions with individuals in the world. That was the next step, and I don't know, there's 300 videos, all about healing. And I've set up a healing field for the world, for you, this morning. And I set it up because of the incredible disturbance that I experienced in the dream world last night. And just a little bit of background. Friday, I did some processing, and a large opening took place. And I ended up in the afternoon going down to the water and walking along the water because I was feeling very disoriented by what had taken place. And then I came to a realization that what I was experiencing was an incredible flow of energy through my system, and I was happy. And I think we've all possibly experienced times when we felt happy. So we all have a perception of what happiness might be. Even if we haven't experienced it, we can imagine happiness, and we imagine it in a particular way. All of us, and it's different for all of us how we imagine happiness to be. And I've had times of feeling better and feeling worse, in my life. And I've spent, the majority of my life, 50 plus, 54 of the 73 years just working on healing processes. How can I shift things? And then helping others to do the same. And I've had some very, very powerful opening experiences, and I feel consistently good, The last 4.5 years have been difficult, they've been challenging, but there's been times where I just felt like I was just doing what I was supposed to be doing, and I was keeping up with it, and I was feeling okay, And to me, that was a high bar to set, that I would feel okay. I thought, that's a good bar to feel okay. Is is a is a lofty goal to feel consistently okay. That just seems really good. And I had had plenty of experiences of feeling okay. Um, and I felt okay this morning. So feeling okay, not only is it not a lofty goal to set, but it's your interpretation of what okay is. So, after kind of a lot of energy to work with in the dream world, I actually looked at the time. It was 5 in the morning, and I started doing yoga breathing and just trying to release and integrate all the energies that I was experiencing. And then I had perception that maybe others were experiencing a lot of energy. And I actually had promised to send one of my clients a list of the dates in the Mayan calendar when there was going to be like 10 days of major portal opening galactic activation energy going on. One is, I think, the 21st to the 30th of October. So that's coming up in a couple weeks. And then there was another 10-day period in November that I could look at what it is. But I was sending that to her, and she was getting ready to go somewhere. She was at the airport in Florida, getting ready to go somewhere, and Florida was about to be, I don't know what you would call it, struck. A hurricane was meant to go through Florida again, and it's my understanding that there was one that went through a week or two ago. So there's a lot of energetic activity taking place there. And there's a lot of energetic activity taking place here. Maybe it's not a hurricane, but it's on some levels it feels like a tsunami of emotions. And I set up these healing fields to assist others of my human family to work with these energetics for two reasons. So that you can feel safer confronting these stuck energies in your body from traumas that occurred in the past, but we've carried forward into this moment. So there's various things that are trying to free up, because the energy of the world is going up. Even though you may look at it and see more war, more destruction, more chaos, more freaked out people, more fear, more anger, more grief, these all may be the appearance of this movement to a higher consciousness. Because we're in a 28-year cycle of cleanse. It started on March 23rd. of 1997. And it completes on March 23rd or 24th. Sorry, I can't. It appears in the Mayan calendar that it's the 24th. So. But I've been telling people for years that it's the 23rd. So, but it's the 23rd or the 24th of March of 2025 when the cleansing portion will be over. And right now we're in the last 6 months of the spiritual cleansing portion. And for a person like me who has spent the majority of my life um, studying and experiencing um, overcoming traumatic experiences from this life and from others. And when I find things so challenging, I just wonder, well, what's it like for the people who haven't spent the last 54 years learning how to deal with the present moment? Just going to look at how much time that we've spent. So we've spent 11 minutes. So we're going to spend 11 minutes more if, you know, you stay around. I'm going to guess it's going to be about 11 minutes. But I need to just work with some energetics, and it may assist you to work with the energetics. And I'm going to work with them with sound. If you want to state out loud, I choose to work with the Hathors. You can do that. That way you'll have these seventh dimensional beings working with healing through sound and vibration. You'll have their attention on you, and they'll be assisting you. If you just state out loud, I choose to work with the Hathors. Pretty simple process, and they don't charge for it, so you don't have to worry about who you're going to send a PayPal amount to. And they're lovely beings, of course, because once you hit the fifth dimension, there's only lovely beings, and we're heading towards the fifth dimensions, and we are lovely beings. We're lovely beings in human bodies who are actually helping the human body to ascend to a fifth dimensional energetic. It's challenging, or it has been for me, and it may not be for you. So, and if it's not for you, then let me know what your channel is, and I'll tune into your videos. But for me, I'm here for the people who are finding this time challenging, you know, and I've got ideas, and many people have watched these videos. Many people have found the ideas have worked well for them, and I'm continually coming up with more, because I'm learning how to work with this upward flight of energy that just keeps going up. And it's been going up for 28 years, but it's been much more noticeable over the past 5 or 6. It's been much more noticeable, just this intensity that's been coming. And so it points out to us where our energy is stuck. So a healing field is set up. We've gone through the portal of time. We followed the higher self through the portal of time to an event that we're releasing and integrating at this time, along with a lot of other souls who have gone back to this event and are releasing and integrating the energy of this event for themselves. So while we're all doing that, for those of you who want to have a tool for releasing this stuck energy, besides just being in the healing field. So just being in the healing field, it loosens up this energy. But we can assist that energy to loosen up a bit more through sound. And we can do that more specifically working with the beings who work with sound and vibration to assist us to release these traumatic contractions. So we're going to do that for just a little bit. So you can join in, and just to the best of your ability, reproduce the sounds, you're going to feel the sounds that I'm making, even if you're making sounds. So if the sounds that I'm making, which actually they're coming through the body that I'm in, but for 14 years or so, I've been working with the Hathors, and they use me as an instrument to make sounds. And they have a bigger picture than I do. I'm aware of what I'm feeling. I'm aware of what the world feels like. I can assist those energies to be grounded. I can assist those energies to be released and then grounded. And I can make sounds that help release the contraction related to unresolved traumas or overwhelming events, if you just want to use that term. Overwhelming events or traumas. I can make sounds that help to release those events, but not with the specificity that the Hathors can. And the Hathors see all of this. And anyone who comes into this field to do some healing work for themselves and for the collective are known by the Hathors. So, the sounds will affect you if you choose to work with the Hathors. The sounds will be more specific for you. So just go inside, check in with your body, notice where you're noticing things. I may not talk about the things that you're noticing, or I may talk about the things that you're noticing. But I'm going to talk a little bit because I'm feeling the feeling that's going to be releasing first, and that energy that's going to be releasing is from the lungs. We can also be feeling it in the thyroid area, the eyes and the ears, the parietal bones on the sides of the head above the ears, knees, chest, ovaries, testes. Those are organs associated with grief. So these are the sounds that the Hathors are bringing in through me as an instrument of sound to release the grief. Notice anything that is going on. We'll be making the sounds again, and just let the sound just come through you if that's what feels right for you to do. I take in a big breath. sense of anger. Anger combined with grief. Anger, grief, and fear. Okay. So it just came to me that that was enough. So that's enough. And so I'll be possibly making some other videos today related to healing, but related to other things that might be going on right now that might be useful for you to kind of know about that as you're working with these energies. But that was a lot of energy, so just take some time, move about if that feels right to you, and we'll just keep working with these energies to just keep clearing as much as we can clear out of our fields so that the energy can move through us, through our pranic tube, through our toroidal tube. And looking at the other word, the tube in the center of the energetic tube in the center of the energetic body, in which the physicality is in a more condensed version of the energetics. And in the center of that body, energetic and physical body, from the perineal area, which is between the coccyx and the pubic bone, that's the perineum, which is the lower end of that tube, and then the upper end of that tube is the crown. So energy comes in through the top, goes down and goes out through the feet, and out through the perineum, out through the feet, and it cycles around in this way, and it also cycles this way at the same time. So don't spend too much time time trying to imagine how that works, but it just does. But we have done some clearing of the energetic fields, but at the same time, it opens up the pranic tube somewhat. So you may be feeling energies moving more like that. They more move like that or like that. You know, they could go either way. But that's enough for now, and now must go.